Hi, I'm Jennifer Love. I'm a passionate, authentic intuitive who uses divine guidance to help people love themselves and live more fully in their bodies. This is your weekly love connection for the week of January 8th through the 14th. You can choose a card from 1 to 3, or I've assigned a card for your unique situation. Card number 1 is for folks in crisis who need immediate answers and support. Card number 2 is if you happen to be single. And card number 3 is for those in relationships who just want a little guidance. So this week we are using the True Love Reading Cards by Belinda Grace. This deck was published in 2015, which doesn't seem like quite so long ago, but some of the things in the guidebook are a little bit dated, or maybe it's just that I don't agree with them, but I'm still going to use the deck and interpret the cards how I see fit. So let's get started. So card number 1 is for anyone who feels like they're in a crisis or who just picked card number 1. So this card is called the Distorted Feminine. So I really don't feel like you can be distorted. This is kind of a weird term. I think there is maybe an unbalanced feminine. Maybe that's what the author was trying to say. Maybe you have an unbalanced feminine energy. Some of the things that were written in the guidebook were not in my particular beliefs, especially around, she said something about having negative emotions, and I don't feel like there are any negative emotions. So just the idea of like, the author was talking about women being needy and being in negative emotions, and I was like, oh, not really sure I'm down with that. But in my kind of view, if you're feeling kind of unbalanced in your feminine, that could be a very real problem. And it's not necessarily that there's no such thing as too needy. Okay. There is a feeling like someone's not meeting your needs. And that's a problem. There's a feeling of like you being a victim, or you are not taking control of your life. That has really nothing to do with being masculine and feminine, in my view. That's just, you're not taking control of your life. So it's really hard for me to understand like what I kind of understand what the author was trying to say in the guidebook, but I think what I feel is more of like an imbalance of masculine and feminine energy. So if you're feeling like way too far into your emotions, like way too far in your feminine, to me, she's drowning, right? She's like drowning in her emotions. She's like drowning in her feminine. So you might need to like lean more into your masculine this week and maybe be more active instead of passive, be more linear thinking instead of unfocused and free flowing. Try to lean more into your masculine this week instead of trying to tackle things from your feminine, and that'll probably lead you in the right direction. Card number 2. This is for anyone who happens to be single or who picked card number 2. This is a lot more straightforward. This is boundaries. So a lot of people feel like they think or feel that they know their boundaries and they know what they are, but they have trouble enforcing them, or they have trouble like they know when someone steps over that line, but they don't know what to do about it, right? So I think, this week You might feel like someone is right up against that boundary that you have for yourself, or you don't know what to do when someone crosses the boundary, right? So, I want you to practice reinforcing your boundaries, especially minor ones with people. And this can do with very small things like your time. When people are late, they're not honoring your time, they're not respecting a boundary. That is very rampant in our society. I go to a dance class every Sunday, and my teacher is very on time. She starts that class on time. She usually ends the class on time. Sometimes we go a little over, but that's usually based upon the needs of the students. But it's something that's very you can count on it, that class is going to start on time. So she has a saying like, if you're not early, you're late. So you pretty much get to class early because we know we're going to start on time. So you have to be prepared and have everything ready to go because we're starting on time. So we're honoring that boundary of pretty much everyone in the class, that we're going to start on time and we're going to all be together, because everybody wants to get the whole 2 hours out of the class because it's important and we all paid for it. We're all there. We're all going to show up together. So what I'm trying to say is, no matter what your boundary is, everybody has theirs, and you want to honor other people's just as much as they want to honor yours. So if someone doesn't want to honor your boundary, that's when you have a problem, right? And you have to seriously consider whether you need this person in your life if they don't want to honor your boundary. Because if you make someone aware of your boundary and they're constantly not honoring it over and over, that says a lot to you, right? And so you need to think about whether you want that person in your life or not. Card number 3 is for folks who are in relationships or who just chose card number 3. This is the silver waterfall, and you can see there that there's a woman and she's standing underneath this waterfall, and the picture's meant to show that she's cleansing her energy or her aura. And what this means this week for you in your relationship is that even if, outside influences can, have an effect on your energy or bring in negativity, or it's perhaps even your partner that's bringing in negativity or negative energy, you have to take the time regularly to cleanse your energy. Personally, I cleanse my energy twice a day, in the morning and at night, and you can call in angels and archangels to do that. You can use Reiki, you can use crystals, you can use sprays. There's a million different ways to cleanse your energy, but please take the time to regularly do that. This week it's important. The angels are saying that, you really need to take the time to do that. If it is your partner, you can ask your partner to cleanse their energy, or you can do it for them through the law of grace, and the angels honor that. So please take the time to regularly cleanse your energy, and do that for your partner, because we all, manage to pick up negativity through just moving around in society and through our thoughts and whatnot. So we need to cleanse our energy regularly. Hope you enjoyed the readings this week, and I will see you next week. Bye.